Right guys, for this project for making sabikis at home, the material required is super glue, some plastic foil, or you could just use a gift wrapping paper that is plastic in nature, like these over here, this one, and this I got off from a pack of chips. Of course you do need some hooks. For this project I'll be using spark point hooks by VMC, and I've got some diver carp hooks. The VMCs have an eye, whereas the diver does not have an eye. It's an eyeless hook. So I'll be going through two different techniques to tie the knots. Apart from that, you'll also be needing some flashy frills just to add some cosmetic features. And of course, most important of all is you need some monofilament line. Let's get right into it. With first attaching a monofilament line, or the monofilament leader, that is going to hold all the hooks to a snap swivel. This is where you attach your weight at the swivel. So we'll first start off by tying a knot on this. How I like to do my knots on the swivel is I go through once, loop around, and go twice, hold it over here together, go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I go through this loop and the second loop on the back, hold it together and pull it all down. Nice and tight. Now for the next step, we'll be creating some branches. Branches are the extensions of lines where the hooks will be hanging from. So you basically just measure how far you want the hooks to be, create a loop. We'll be doing a double loop knot here. So you create a loop and then create another loop and pass the first loop through the second loop twice or thrice. So it's basically through, over and around, and through again. So you go for like 2 to 3 wraps and pull it all down together, cinch it all down well. Now this creates a very strong loop knot. So you'll have a loop now, and you're probably wondering how you're going to convert this into a branch. So you just chip one of the line ends off and you have a flat line. So you just cut the loop open, that's it. So that's one side of the line loop gone. Now you have a straight line coming out. I'm sorry about the voice quality that has suddenly changed. There were some issues with the audio and I had to voice over this. Anyway, moving on to the next part is when we'll be attaching our hook to the line. It's pretty much simple. If you have watched any of my older videos where I've done assist hooks, it's almost the same technique, just that we'll be needing a knot over here first. So for the knot to connect your hook to the line, we'll pass through the eye of the hook. This is the eye hook with the eye, the sharp point VMC. So the knot is basically the same knot we use for making our assist hooks. So we go through the eye of the hook, lay the line flat on top of the shank, create a loop, and then do a few wraps around the shank and the line that has been laid over. So it's like there's a loop and the bottom line of the loop is gonna on top of the shank. So you have to work on the line that is on top of the shank and the shank. So it's through the loop, down, under, around, again through. So you do 3 to 4 wraps and then pull it all down together. If you still have any confusions about the knot that I used, you could have a look at the assist hook videos that I have made earlier. I'll leave a link down in the descriptions, and there's one link flashing on the screen right now. Once done, you have your hook connected to your main line, that is the branch. You cut off the excess tag end from the line that is going to stick out from the from below the knot, not from the eye but from below the knot. Now we start working on our base. We first create a base for the accessories or the cosmetic to be added. So you just do a few wraps just to create a layer for the base. Now I find it very important to have a base because once you apply super glue, you need a platform that is the same material as what is going to be wrapped around, so it creates like a sandwich. So you have your frills between a sandwich of same materials, and the bond is going to be very strong. Then it's going to have a stronger hold and a better grip. So now let's start working on the attachments. I'll be attaching the first plastic foil. It's very basic. You have your own cutouts ready. It's just a diamond shaped cutout, a small one. The narrower part is always on the back and the wider part is always on the front. So just place it on top, do a few wraps. Once you're sure about being nice and tight, you can start closing the wraps by doing a knot. Now please be very careful with this knot over here. You go around 3 to 5 times at least, not more than 5 or not less than 3, and you will know exactly why I said more than 5 or more than 3 or less than 5. Look at what happens to the knot now. It slips and misses, so I'll have to go around and do it again. So you hold the line in your finger, create a double 2 parallel lines, wrap these 2 lines around the hook shank, pass the first main line through, go over the shank, creating a loop, and pull it all down very nicely and tightly. Now once you have your plastic foil attached to the hook, cut off the excess line. The knot is tight and secured, although do not forget to apply some super glue. Just a few drops, a drop or 2, that is more than enough, that is needed. And voila, this is the end result that you will have. That's some beautiful homemade sabikis. Now with this done, you can start working on the second one. So you just basically follow the same steps that you did earlier. So you calculate the line that you need, the distance you will be placing your branches at, create a loop, and start working on it all over again. Thanks a lot for watching this video. If you did love this video, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave your beautiful feedback in the comments, and share this video with your friends.